So like I said earlier, as we approach the premiere of Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, we're going to have tons more stuff coming out. We have a new trailer, which we're going to talk about here on this video, with a couple of new scenes, not anything too crazy, but we also now have, and this is a big one if you ask me, we now have the Japanese trailer. The Japanese trailer, I know I said that already, the Japanese poster for Star Wars Episode 8, very similar to the international, well, the national poster, the one that already came out. This is the international poster, and we have, of course, down here, you know, the Battle of Crate, and we have 3PO and R2 and BB-8 and, you know, all the characters. But I think the big one that we got to talk about, folks, is the fact that Luke Skywalker is indeed holding a lightsaber. Can you feel the smile on my face? I did not want to go see this movie without Luke holding that lightsaber. Now, obviously, it's easy to, you know, say, well, maybe he's training with it, because look at the color of the lightsaber. The lightsaber is blue. It's not green. As you know, Luke had a green lightsaber at the end of Return of the Jedi. Could this be, and I can't tell from the hilt from this angle, could it be Anakin's lightsaber that Rey gives him, or could it be a brand new lightsaber that he constructed? Either way, seeing Luke in some lightsaber action is going to drive me absolutely nuts as a fanboy. I'm not even going to front. I am going to be a fanboy when that happens. Luke is my favorite character in all Star Wars, and I've been waiting to see him in action. If this is the movie where we see him in action, I can't wait. I also love over here we have the Praetorian Guards and we have Phasma. No sign of the Knights of Ren. So if the Knights of Ren are going to be appearing in this trilogy, it may end up being held off until Episode 9. Or maybe a flashback in this movie. Or maybe they're being hidden. So let's go ahead and check out the new trailer. The international trailer, official, the first one, because we're going to get more of these, for Star Wars Episode 8. Again, very similar to the one we already saw. This time we have the Lucasfilm logo, and we have the actual, hey, look at this. I can't read Japanese.
Something inside me has always been there.
No, Rey, of course, something inside me has always been there. I've already discussed in the past about how I believe she may be a chosen one. I think the prophecy may have been misread, and there may be different chosen ones in different eras and things like that. So that's the way I see it. But again, maybe not. I like the idea also that the Force can just be granted to some of us, and some of us just aren't, you know, there. Basically, she's Force sensitive. We've seen these shots in the first trailer.
Was awake.
And now it's awake. The Force awakens. That was what I've been trying to say, that the Force awakening is about Rey. That's what Force Awakens symbolized. That scene's a little bit longer than the one in the previous trailer. Opening of the movie, of course.
I need help.
That's a new scene right there. I need help. Now, I don't know if she's talking about how she needs help because the Resistance is in trouble because of the First Order, or if it's more so, because look at her face. Let's take a look at that breakdown real quick of her face. Her face seems very concerned. It's almost like she needs help more so her, like she's having an internal struggle. And based on the poster, if you take a look at the poster one more time, she's right in the middle, and we have Kylo and Luke there. And if you remember the first poster, she's holding up the lightsaber with Kylo and Luke on both sides, like their faces split. So I'm guessing that what they're trying to tell us is that there's going to be a struggle, not just with Kylo Ren, but also with Rey about what side of the Force she should take and what she should do. And that's going to be a big part of the story.
I need help.
I love the music, by the way. More training from the first trailer, mixed in with some other training. Her power is out of control. Luke freaks out.
I've seen this raw strength only once before.
Now, you know, Luke says he's seen the raw strength once before. And this is, of course, I had thought he was talking about maybe Rey earlier. Again, with this trailer, it could be a misdirection. They're trying to tell us that Kylo Ren also has that power. One of the things that I read in the past couple of weeks from some fans was a very interesting theory about how it's possible that maybe Rey and Kylo Ren together, maybe them together form a big, maybe it's not the chosen one. Maybe it's one of those things where Kylo and Ren are kind of two sides of the same coin, and they both have to bring balance together somehow, right? And maybe that's the real secret power, is that it's not in one of them, maybe it's in both of them together. See what I'm saying? Luke coming up from the destruction of the Jedi Temple, we presume.
Scared me enough then. It does now.
Great acting there by Mark Hamill. We've seen this before. This is a little more of an extended shot here of him grabbing it. The speculation is that he's going to be fighting the Praetorian Guards to prove that he still got it at the beginning of the movie. Don't know if that's true or not, but that's what's been talked about.
Let the past die.
That scene was from the first trailer. Little combinations of different trailers. Here's what we're seeing.
Kill it.
This time, before he smashes it, he's looking at it like he's thinking about what he's going to do, you know? And of course, if he smashes it, I think he's got backup ones too. So if he smashes it in this movie, it doesn't mean we're not going to see it again. We may see him use it in episode 9 again. This piece of misdirection, which I think is obvious misdirection, Kylo, you know, about to kill his mother. Don't see this being in the film the way it's being cut here at all. Not at all. You know, that this scene from looks to be underground crate where there are minerals looks awesome. I can't wait to see it. And it's probably going to lead to the Falcon coming out and then being chased by the TIE fighters like in the sky, like in that first trailer. Chewie and the Porg. That's a new scene right there of BB-8, and this is a new scene of 3PO, which we haven't really seen in this movie. Like, we haven't seen him in any of the trailers yet.
We are the spark that'll light the fire.
I love that line. We are the spark that will light the fire that will burn the First Order to the ground. By the way, folks, if you haven't seen my original trailer breakdown, that's over on Geekdom 101, my main channel, my first channel. So I'll link to that at the bottom and at the end of this video so you can check that out, because I think some of you guys here on World of Geekdom maybe didn't know about that. So I will link to it.
It'll burn the First Order down.
I can't wait to see Phasma and Finn. That's another big man event in this movie I can't wait to see. I broke a lot of this down already in the previous breakdown. Phasma's probably going to kick his ass. Let's be real. Now here, another new, I think it's not really a new shot of BB-8. We've seen it before, but it looks to be a little bit more extended. Here, you know, X-Wing being chased by TIE fighters back here, 3 of them.
It's time for the Jedi.
Love that shot. It's like a ride. And here we have the 1890s they're called.
To end.
That's from the first movie. And of course, I think the idea is that probably Rey tells Luke, hey, train me to be a Jedi. And then Luke's like, nah, the Jedi are a thing of the past. Let's do something else.
Fulfill.
This is the same ending from the other trailer. I mean, it's the same thing. Destiny. There's Snoke again. Not many differences there. That was in the other trailer.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
Yeah, just like before. This misdirection. I don't think they're in the same shot. But they want us to think they are. Dun, 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 bum, bum. I love it. I actually, as far as the way it was cut, I really do like this trailer a little bit more than the one that we already got, you know, a few weeks ago during Monday Night Football. I like this one a little bit more. The only thing that was missing is that classic Snoke line where, you know, he said, you know, when I first found you, I saw raw, you know, power or whatever. That was cut from this trailer, but, you know, it's okay because they mix things from both trailers. Overall, there's not much new to discuss, but I want to know your thoughts in the comments. I would like to read about the idea of Rey and Kylo being two halves of one greater picture, sort of the yin and the yang, so to speak. You know, throughout Star Wars, we've had, you know, Yoda and Palpatine in the prequels. They kind of seem to be the heads of their respective sides for a while, that is. Then, of course, in the old trilogy, in episodes 4, 5, and 6, you had like Obi-Wan and then Luke and Leia. You know, even though they didn't know what was going on for a long time. Then over on the dark side, you had, you know, Vader and Palpatine. Of course, by the end of everything, you know, Vader had been redeemed. He died. Palpatine was gone. Luke saved the galaxy. But now we're finding out that apparently because of how old Snoke is, Snoke was always there, looming in the shadows the entire time. So I am curious about if that's where they're going to go with this, if Rey and Kylo are pretty much going to be the future of the Force. That's what I wonder. The Force has been awakened, maybe in both of them. Thank you again for checking out my international trailer breakdown and poster breakdown. Hope you have a great day. Talk to y'all soon.